To whomever this may concern. A young man used to walk my streets at night. He seemed like everybody else, wore similar clothes, had similar hair, even stared down at his phone as if he was operating it, wore his headphones like he was listening to music. He looked like everybody else. But he wasn't. It wasn't. Look out your window. Tell me, do you see it? Him, too? Is it staring up at your house from down the road? Maybe it's not a man for you. Maybe it's an old woman, looking as though she's walking her dog. A little girl with a balloon. A workman dressed in reflective construction clothes. Whatever, whoever it may be, does it just happen to be on your street? Do you recognize the person it is? Perhaps you do. You might have seen them in the shopping mall car park as you came out with your friends. Perhaps you were driving and you looked over and they were the passenger in another car. Or maybe, just maybe, it was that new friend you made while you were sitting waiting for your coffee the other day. Your other friend just happened to be in the area, and it was with them. You asked who it was, and they introduced them. It sat down next to you, asked you how you were, what you had ordered, acted like it was another person making casual conversation. Well, I'm sorry, but if it was making a casual conversation, if you did get introduced, it knows you now. It knows where you live, who your family are, who your friends are. It knows your favorite food, your favorite drink, what bands you like, how many hours a day you sit in front of your computer, how many relationships you've had, and where those people live. How many dates you went on, how many times you kissed, the exact amount of seconds it took before you could build up the confidence to grab their hand on your first date. It knows it all. And I'm sorry. I truly am. But if it knows all of that, then it's already too late. It will stalk you for as long as it takes. It could be months, years, decades. It won't kill you, but it will kill your friends, your family, every single person you know, until you're left shattered, broken, and alone. There is a way to get rid of it, though. You have to introduce it to somebody else. But here's the catch. They have to ask about it. It might be sitting in a corner at a party you are at, or watching you from across the street while you wait in the line for the cinema with your friend. Perhaps you are on a date with a new love interest. Whatever the situation may be, it will be there, hidden from your view, or otherwise. If you see it, make sure whoever you are with sees it also, and then asks who it is. You cannot introduce it any other way. If you do, if you introduce it without the other person asking, something bad will happen to you. It will start with a minor injury, a broken finger, an infected cut, a virus that will need antibiotics. But the more you try and introduce it without the person asking about it, the worse the injury will get. You will not die from these injuries. You will suffer. Introduce it to somebody else when they ask. It's the only way to get rid of it. You need to pass it on. And I'm sorry, I truly am, but if you're reading this letter, if this letter arrived at your door, the previous person who have it follow them has introduced it to you and has dropped this letter off. It knows you now. For the love of God, pass it on. Introduce it to somebody else. You can't kill it. Trust me, I've tried. To no avail. Nothing works. As soon as you get the chance, go out with a friend. Meet somebody in the street. Just somebody new. Make sure they ask who it is. Pass it on. Yours sincerely, its first victim.